James Banks here for Unicorn, and I'm joined by SK's FalleN. Another win, another victory under your belt against a crowd that was obviously cheering heavily for Astralis, but you guys always overcome the odds. This seems to be like a regular occurrence for SK in the terms of you're behind in games, you guys come back. How do you keep on achieving these victories? Because some teams, they start to crumble. You guys, no matter which lineup it is, no matter who's playing, no matter who's top fragging, like you yourself this time was played amazing, you always make it happen. What is it about you guys that make it possible?
Hello everyone. It's very hard to describe with only sentence, like only small words. But I think the main point is, as a team and as a mentality, we are never finger pointing or telling someone was the guilt for a bad play or something like that. So every time we're losing, what is done is done. The round that's over is on the past. So during the match, the mentality needs to be, let's play the next one. So it doesn't matter if it's 8-0, if it's 2-0, if it's 15-14. It has to be the same mentality if you want to win a lot. So even like there was situations where we're like 4v1. Of course we would win the round, no matter how we play. Play normal, don't overpick, play serious. You never know when they're going to make a great play or something like that. So it's the mentality, it's how we approach things. And of course it's all the talent we have on the team, it's all the power all the players have to decide games, it's the reads we make during the matches and how we adapt when we're losing. And of course we have to play better than our opponents as well. Sometimes they're just better than us.
Now, obviously Astralis, they played with Dennis, the stand-in side of things. Did they catch you off guard when you played your first game this morning in terms of the style? Because obviously they changed up a lot, right? You got Dupree on the AWP there. He did play pretty well at the beginning. And then Dennis is obviously a much more aggressive player that they don't really have in the Astralis mix. Was that something that you were a bit wary of then going into the grand final?
I think actually it was great to not play Device, because Device is a very capable AWPer. And when they have Device, they play around him. And basically, there are so many games where he played to kill me. So the other strats were around to find me and make all the possible flashes and all the angles so he can find me. So it's very annoying to play Device because he's a very good AWPer and their team sets things up very well. So by the fact they didn't have him, they have Dupree who was playing an AWP, but it's not the same. I mean, he had some great plays, some highlights that even I didn't make, some shots on the smoke. Like there are some insane rounds from him. He's a very good AWPer. But I think the pressure and the respect Device puts in the server, no one can put as he does. So Dennis was incredible. I think he's a great player, and he played absolutely insane over all the tournament. So it's props to him. To go to a team and play like that without too much practice just means he's a legend.
Now, when we looked at the map picks for the grand final, you put Inferno in there again. Had you already planned that in your mind to go out and get Inferno and change it up and show that you can beat them? Or was it just the way it worked out?
So basically we didn't have much choice. As we have only one veto and we don't play nuke at all, they could pick between Inferno and Overpass. I think they did a mistake picking Inferno because there's something at least I don't like. I don't like playing the same team, the same tournament 2 maps in a row. You already used the stuff you wanted, the team already saw how you like to play, and if you're playing SK, you know you adapt fast. Yeah. So as we lost 15-20 minutes of talk, we changed our entire game Inferno. We knew how to approach the next time, and it worked.
Now it definitely worked, but how does it really come together for SK as a whole now? You've got Boltz added in there. Do you feel like this is like the perfect fit? Because you mentioned before that obviously when you were playing with Boltz, you were playing at your best, and certainly today we saw FalleN at his best. So is that the reason why? Is this the perfect lineup now?
I mean, I love playing with those guys. There's so much talent, so much good atmosphere, and players that play for the team. You have Code0, who's the best player in the world by far, in my opinion, but he plays for the team. And everyone on the team doesn't care if we're going to be the MVP, if we're going to be leading the scoreboard. And when we do plays that could be explained that someone would be looking for that, that's actually when we lose equals and stuff like that. So we're very, very mad about it on certain games, because why are we doing that? Like, why players who doesn't need to be looking for action sometimes 2-0 try to get some kills, and that's very unfortunately. So of course there's still something that needs to be adjusted. We still have a lot to work with Boltz. He has to adjust himself to become even better with us, but it's great so far. It's a great team, so much talent, and I think every piece fits very well together.
Now, you're one of the most respectful players and respectful teams that you look out there, and you've done so much for your scene at home, so much for Counter-Strike in general. What keeps you motivated? What drives you to keep coming here, keep winning, and keep going on?
So I already answered this question in other interviews. I think your goal changed with time. At first, my goal was to play outside Brazil again. It was to really have a team to go for the tournaments, to play a major, to really have a chance to compete against the best. Then after we start appearing in the tournaments, getting out of time in the spots, we're like, maybe we can start going to the finals. And then the goal was, let's get to the finals. Then after we won the first one, we're like, suddenly we're just making it, so let's win more. So nowadays, as we have stayed on the top for so long, the goal changed already. The goal is, how do you stay on the top for even more time? It's been 2 years that we have been a lot of time in the top one in the world titles, and there are a lot of good teams coming up. We have FaZe now recently, we had Navi in the past, we have a lot of great teams. So I think what drives us the most is just playing good CS, having fun, which is important. If you don't have fun, if you stress yourself too much, you don't play good CS. So basically it's having fun and enjoying the moment.
Well, thank you very much for your time, FalleN, as always. Any final words out there, maybe some Brazilian words to your fans out there as well?
Thanks everyone who was cheering for SK, guys. This was a great tournament. Thanks Blast for having us. It was awesome. Despite the first day where we have some technical problems, that can happen with everyone. Everyone is human, and sometimes the machine doesn't work properly. So good job, Blast. It was a pleasure to play this tournament.
Thank you very much. FalleN, me signing off here from the Blast Pro Series, the first ever one. He's the MVP as well. Do you mind holding up your MVP award? What is this? It's all coming for SK all the way. That's it from our Blast Pro Series coverage. Keep checking back on unicorn.com.
Sorry, Godzilla. I got this time.
Finally, he got one off Godzilla. It's the happy moments for him. Thank you very much. That's it from us here at the Blast Pro Series. Keep checking back to unicorn.com for more great content.